How many times have you heard well-meaning folks say, "Oh, don't be afraid. Don't let it get on top of you." But their words meant in good faith. But what I'm sharing with you now is that Jesus repeatedly shared with the children of God in his words, "Do not be afraid. Do not let your heart be troubled." And yet in this modern world where technology serves us well, but yet it has alienated so many from the art of communication and especially with their God. Many give lip service to God, or many have turned to the new God, consumerism. We sense something is happening in the world where the two polarities of light and darkness are engaging in a continuous warfare. Many blame religion, but I sense there's something more cunning than religion. Seeds of real negativity and darkness are at play. Take, for example, what's happening in Iraq with the new military group called ISIS, where they seem to have a complete disregard for the sanctity of life. For example, the Christians, more ancient than Christ, hounded like dogs out of their home. Where is the respect for another child of God? And yet you see them kneeling to Allah in prayer. What a mockery. What confused hearts they must have. And then the beheading of an American journalist because they blame the West and the Americans. It's so easy, isn't it, to find a scapegoat rather than face your greatest fear or that which has alienated you from love. My prayer as a member of the Teo community of St. Francis, a community of men and women of different faiths who have embraced one God, not a Catholic God, not a Muslim God or a Jewish God, but a God of love, a God who does not buy into labels, but a God who is a loving, supreme being, who touches hearts to follow the path of love. Or in the words of the great Buddha Dhammapada, hate is not overcome by hate. Hate is overcome by love. And we can learn so much, can't we, from other beliefs where there is so much richness in their teachings and traditions. But sadly today, many religious groups have become cloned in a mindset of fear where many are controlled. But that isn't the vision of God today for the children of God. It's to break free from the shackles of fear and to come with an open heart, with a loving heart, and listen to God. Dare to take that step in faith. I had to do that in 2008 at Assisi, when I believe Jesus and Francis of Assisi guided my heart to leave my comfort zone of religious indoctrination and fear and walk the solitary path, depending totally on God. And I'm so glad I did, although it's not been an easy journey, especially when one's brother and sister Christians condemn you for not sharing their belief, which is anathema. We are all one family of God, because when God created brothers and sisters who joined the Jewish or Islamic, Buddhist, Baha'i, Catholic fraternities, they were each created in the image and likeness of one God, not many gods. And what I'm saying to you now is, you and I can make a difference in this troubled world. God created a beautiful landscape for you and I to enjoy, But sadly, man is turning it into a cesspit of selfishness, where many are living in fear of their lives. The media portray fear. They have you almost in the grip of fear. But we can dispel that fear by sharing our Franciscan joy. Yes, joy, where we give one another hope. But to do that, we have to make time to nurture the divine within each one of us and not rely on others to do it for us from a pulpit. We have to engage in divine intimacy alone in our own sacred space or temple. And we can do it because you and I have the gift of free will to ask God to speak with us, and God will speak with us if we make time to listen. And that's not easy living in a high-tech world, because you only have to walk down the high street, and how many are texting, speaking on the mobile phone? An amazing device, but a device that has eroded quality time with one's higher self. Let's have a day free of electrical gadgets and seek the stillness and beauty of God in the cathedral of God, creation. Go for a walk into the woodlands. Invite, invoke, and call upon the nature spirits or your saints or the angels, whoever. Make time to be still and retreat from your mind of fear back into your heart. And Jesus says, I am all around you, hovering over you, even as you seek my face. I am nearer than you dare believe, closer than the air you breathe. If my children could only recognize my presence, they would never feel lonely again. I know every thought before you think it, every word before you speak it. My presence impinges on your innermost being. Can you see the absurdity of trying to hide anything from me, your God? You can easily deceive other people, even yourself. But I read you like an open, large print book. How scary. Deep within themselves, most people have some awareness of my imminent presence. Many people run from me and vehemently deny my existence because my closeness terrifies them. But my own children have nothing to fear, for I have cleansed them by my blood and clothed them in my righteousness. Be blessed by my intimate nearness, since I live in you. Let me also live through you, shining my light into the darkness. What beautiful words. I am all around you. Have no fear. Please take care. Look out for yourself and one another.